Welcome to Africa Equity Media segment of Brilliant Talk, and I'm your host, Megan Stevens. And today I have with me Tim Wright. He's a 2015 New England Patriots Super Bowl champion and serial entrepreneur. You're also a alum of, Rutgers University?
University, yes.
All right, and that's in New Jersey, right?
Correct.
Great. And you also own the Wright barbershop?
Yes, it's called the Wright Cut, and yes, it's directly on campus at Rutgers.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Wright. And I just wanted to ask you, who is Tim outside of football and entrepreneurship?
Tim, outside of all of that stuff, I'm a believer of God. I'm a family man, a husband, a father. I'm a citizen of my community. I love giving back. And I just love seeing people have a fulfilling life. And any way I could be a part of that to make that impact, I feel like it's just so satisfying personally. And that's what I look to do in all my business ventures. That's what I look to do as an athlete, understanding that I had a platform. And I think children who are our future, they're the best to pour into because they become products of what they get fed. And so I'm an instrument of that. And I love how, God just blessed me with the talents that I have and my character and my ability to be able to go out into the world and really make that impact.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your newest entrepreneurial venture, which is Dome Audio. Tell me more about that. And how did you go from football to embarking on this venture?
Well, I think entrepreneurship has always been my other passion. And I feel that naturally, being an athlete, playing sports growing up, you can't play in the NFL when you're 50 and 60 and say, now I want to do it, right? So the natural progression of how sports is something that you have to do in your youth, I capitalized on that. And I just waited for that opportunity, which is entrepreneurship. And distinctively disruptive entrepreneurship is what I love. I love big business. I love, following and soaking in the knowledge of some of your world leaders like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates, and just people like that. I really soaked that knowledge in because what I studied at Rutgers with sociology, I just feel like it's so applicable to what I do in business and being able to take the product and then bring it to the world. And so with me growing up, cutting hair since the age of 13, I always felt that I had ability to touch people and reach people in a way that was just so unique and so driven in the fabric of who I am. And so with that and understanding sociology, that's the way people move throughout society. Like what creates trends, what creates these movements and these shifts that we see every decade or so. And fortunately, with Dome Audio, we have that opportunity with us. And so what we have is the world's first surreal 4D bone conduction headphone. So this is not another headphone. This is an experience that we're bringing into the world. And what our mission is to impact the way the world experiences sound. So what we have is a completely open ear design that will allow you to be able to hear your music, take your phone calls, and hear the world around you. And then when you want to block out the outside world, we have these interchangeable fashion dome covers, which you attach to the frame of the headphone, and it blocks out the outside world. But on the face of the dome cover is a blank canvas. So it gives us the ability to connect and collaborate with brands and celebrities and organizations and countries all around the world. So we know that we have a very unique selling proposition to the world where they have this surreal experience with the technology, but then they can also be empowered and showcase who they are and be who they want to be perceived as with the expression of their dome covers. And so it's just this dynamic that gives us the ability to be like a chameleon, where we can go into different markets and create conversations and be a focal point with someone that's wearing an actual headphone that's always noticeable on your head. So our 4D experience is literally the auditory standpoint, the actual emotional connection to the brand, the tactile experience, because this is bone conduction, so you can feel the music, right? And then you have this visual connection to where you're expressing who you are through your dome covers and your own fashion look. And so with that said, it's different than any other headphone that's out there. That's more of a 2D experience where it's really just audio which is so subjective, right? And then you have the element of the emotional connection on why people buy certain brands, but that's about it. And so with this innovation, it's a triple patented technology. It's a disruptive technology. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's a technology that, as I said, it sends the sound through the bone into the inner ear versus your outer ear, which we know as our eardrum. So this will impact nearly 500 million people in the world who have yet to experience sound and listen to their favorite music that they may have once heard right before they actually had their, occurrence of hard of hearing. But this community of hard of hearing, nearly 500 million people in the world who's never heard sound like this. And so for us to bring that and be a light in their lives, it's a tremendous opportunity for us. So we're very excited to bring the world together through sound and what we call Dome Audio.
Amazing. I cannot wait to try this product myself. And I love the fact that it's not just a headphone, but it sounds like a fashion statement, along with there's a science behind it. It sounds like there's a science behind this technology. Can you tell me more about that? Because I know that the earbuds have known to be damaging to many people's ears. So this sounds like a solution for people who, are experiencing the damaging from wearing the daily use of earbuds.
So there's two forms of how you hear sound. There's air conduction. Most of what the world knows, anytime we wear conventional headphones, earbuds, that's using air conduction. But bone conduction is another form of driving sound that most people aren't aware of because it hasn't become as commercialized as air conduction. So what we know with these brands, AirPods, Beats, Bose, Sennheiser, all of these brands out there, the sound travels through the outer ear, bypassing the middle ear and going directly into the inner ear. Where our technology, it uses vibration. And so it sends the sound through bone directly into the cochlea, which is the inner ear. And so, yes, this in times may be a safer listening experience because you don't have the glaring sound going directly into the ear. But what it also does is more comfortable because it's a completely open ear design. So it's nothing pressing on your ear for a long period of time. And what we noticed from the AirPods and what's causing, earbud or all of these different infections that's coming up is because your ear produces natural earwax and it needs the natural air that actually repeats the cycle of cleansing. And so when you have something in your ear the whole time, it doesn't allow it to breathe. And that's what causes blockage and buildup and bigger problems. And so we pretty much bring a solution with that from the design element, which we have a patent on. So we're very excited to bring that into the world.
So I hear that there is actually a chance for viewers to get involved in an investment piece, not just patronizing. So can you tell me more about how our viewers can take advantage of that investment?
We have an opportunity to create opportunities of generational wealth for folks that are listening. And so with that being said, we have a live campaign that's going on right now with Pick Me crowdfunding. And at a minimum of $250, you can buy in and get shares for just 64 cents per share. Now we have 10 days left from the moment of this video, 10 days left. So it's a very limited time opportunity, but literally we'll be supplying a link, I'm sure, with all the information that'll be below this video and folks can tap in. But we are at the ground floor today where you see some of these companies like Tesla or Amazon or Airbnb, Netflix, Uber, Lyft. You see all of these unicorn companies that they all started from the ground level. And this is where we are today with the disruptive technology. And this is what we're going to be bringing to the world to truly impact the way the world experiences sound in a way that's never been done before. So the opportunity to come on board and join this and literally create generational wealth for you and your family is today. So I encourage all listeners to be able to come on and, like you said, not just patronize, but truly be a part of the fabric of what we're bringing to the world.
So do you have like a website or anything for this where people, can go and view as well?
Absolutely. So domeaudioinc.com is literally where you can find the information. That's actually what could lead you directly to the platform to be able to invest in as well. And we'll be sharing information there, throughout the evolution of the company. And of course, you can stay tapped in and connected. But what I do want to show real quick, just because,
Absolutely.
yes, this is Afro Equity Media, right?
Yes.
It's my product right here. So
Yes.
this is our prototype. This is our branding keepsake. It's a charging case. When you open this up, this is where you store your headphones. And this logo here will light up to tell you how charged it is. And whatever dome covers you're wearing for the day, you actually can store it right on the sides here. But this is what I want to show you. It's a special treat. So when you look at our dome covers and what we can do, this right here,
amazing. I love it.
Of how we can unify the world together. And so with these dome covers, as you see, this is something that you could literally just attach to the frame of the headphone. And now you can showcase where you come from, who you are. And it doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter what continent, doesn't matter what design, what logo, whatever it is that you want to express, you now have the ability to do that with our headphones. So now I thank everyone for listening. I thank you guys for the opportunity to be able to come on board with us and empower us and help bring this technology to the world. So thank you so much.
And thank you, Mr. Wright, for your time today. I really appreciate it. And this concludes this episode of Brilliant Talk. Again, we hope that you will come back and listen and click the link as well that will be posted down below for more information.
Thank you.
Thank you.